Hood Ninja, and I'm here with KFT and Manny Fresh. Yo, Manny, what you got for us, bro?
I got somebody who's up and coming, who's going like a rocket, man, through the state of Texas. She's getting herself out there. She's you know what I'm saying. It's not just Texas bound, and this is none other than Miss Michelada. Oh, I said it wrong. Did I say it wrong?
Miss Michel.
Miss Michel.
There you go, Miss Michel. Way
Miss
to correct
Michelle.
me. There you go. Way to correct me, guys. My sap button ain't working too good. My bilingual isn't too hot. Yo, poquito español, as we learned from the Hoovy interview. But check it out. How you doing tonight, young lady?
I'm doing well. Thank you.
Awesome,
I'm happy to be
awesome.
here.
Oh, we're happy to have you, man. We're happy to have you. So I got to start out with one of the first questions is we read your bio, but we want to, the fans want to know how you got the wrestling bug. Like, how did a Latina get the wrestling bug?
Yeah, so I started off as a child, of course, growing up watching wrestling. I grew up in a household with my siblings. I had an older brother and older sister, and I would always watch wrestling a lot with my older brother. He
Uh huh.
was somebody I looked up to, so just always watching wrestling with him, playing the video games, and it was so cool. And now that I'm an adult, I just have like that inner child where I just wanted to experience that, and it's been fun. I've been having a lot of fun so far, and it's been giving me opportunities, and it's just so crazy.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's unbelievable, man. So you didn't have like a dominant one, did you? You like WCW, WWE, or back then it would have been WWF. But
Right.
I mean, you were so just wrestling in general. You just fell in love with.
I fell in love with it during, I think it was WWF, and I saw China.
Oh,
That's
awesome.
who,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
Fuck
that's
yeah.
the one that caught my eye. She was super cool. Like the way she walked into the way she walked in, like down the ramp, and how she was dominating like the men, and just, she was a badass. And that's what made me, love wrestling so much. I really looked up to her, like women like her, because she was just so cool, and that's pretty much what it inspired me to kind of like my character right now. Like I'm kind of like a powerhouse, but I also do a lot of I'm very athletic, so I do a lot of other things with my strength and like other things I'm able to do. But yeah, definitely China was like probably the first person I saw that made me wow, like I want to do this.
I was a big fan of China from day one. You know what I mean? With
oh
Triple H
yeah.
and all that in the beginning
When
with
Yeah.
he
Love.
broke her out, yeah,
Uh,
ninth wonder of the world, baby.
Oh
I
yeah.
I
Yeah.
recently I recently bought a shirt with China on it, and first when I saw it from the beginning, I was like, I gotta get this shit. This needs to be mine. So China's definitely the shit, man. She was awesome.
For sure.
No, but I was telling Manny that watching your matches and stuff, I was like, man, she's a powerhouse. It's the shit. Like I was telling him that I don't know what you call it, but it's Oklahoma Slam, right? I don't know if that's
Oh, yeah. So
or
that move that I do, it's like a running power
there
slam.
you go, like the British Bulldog, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, you do it amazing. You catch some
Thank
air
you.
and boom, it's perfectly
Appreciate it.
executed. It's nice. I like it.
I seen it in what I noticed on some of your matches. I noticed that you do a lot of intergender matches. But what's crazy is you know how in most intergender matches, if the guy tags the girl and there's the other guy in there, he's supposed to get out and automatically tag the girl. But you're like, it's cool to stay in there with me and I'll wrestle your ass. It don't matter if you're a guy or not. You know what I'm saying? That's why my jaw dropped when I seen that. I'm like, okay. And then you were handling your business. That's what was crazy. I was just like, damn, okay, here she goes. All right. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
that was awesome, man. I mean, to see and like I told you before, your footwork in the ring is amazing, man. You know what I'm
Thank
saying?
you.
Your in ring presence. You know where you're at. You know what to do. And I know that comes, which was going to be my next question. How did you end up hooking up with Coach Marvel?
Oh, okay. So with that, I had got back into wrestling, watching wrestling because I kind of fell out of watching it, just getting
Oh
very
yeah.
busy with life. But when I had
It
moved back to
happens.
when I had moved back to San Antonio because I was living in Phoenix, Arizona, um,
Oh, okay.
for a while, yeah. When I moved back here in San Antonio, I had decided I want to try wrestling. And I did some research and looking for a wrestling school to see if San Antonio had anything here. And
Mhm.
that's when I ran across the Hybrid School of Wrestling. And I was able to do my research on it, and I had even went to one of the shows that they had just to check it out to see if this is what I wanted to do. And as soon
Mhm.
as I went to the show, I was just like, yes, this is what I want to do. So I had talked to some of the students from Hybrid, and they had told me about Marvel, and he had posted that he was doing a tour for the school. So I had took a tour for the school, and I joined like the next week. Like it's what I wanted to do. So that's how I came across Hybrid and Coach Marvel, and just saw a couple of like his matches too from back in the time he was wrestling, and he's
Yeah.
amazing. He's a great coach.
Yeah.
So that's pretty awesome. So you said, you know what? That's what I want to do. I'm gonna
Yes.
do it. And you searched, you hunted down, and when you found it, you just stuck to it. You said, "This
Yes.
is what I'm doing."
Yeah.
Was there ever any like because I've said this a million times. Pro wrestling training is tough. That shit
Oh
ain't
yeah.
easy.
Oh yeah.
It hurts. It's hard. It's not. It's just it messes you up. So, was there at any time when you laid down to sleep that night where like you were like, "What am I doing?
Oh
Why am I
yeah.
doing this shit? This hurts. That hurts." Like, was there any times that you were just like, maybe I shouldn't, or anything like that?
Yes, there's been plenty of times when I first got in the ring, because when you start off at hybrid, you go through cardio to get you ready to get in the ring so you're prepared. But when I first got in the ring, we did a couple of rolls, like front rolls, back rolls, and I remember going home and the next day I was so sore, my neck was hurting so bad, and it was
Oh yeah.
terrible. Even running the
Oh yeah.
ropes, that messes with your back. It could
Oh
leave you
yeah.
bruises.
I've said that a million times to people. Like, you guys think that hitting the ropes is just fun and all? It's hard. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It does some shit on you, and people are like, yeah, whatever. The ones that don't know. But yeah, that's awesome that you said that because it's tough to get up the next day and go back to training. You know?
Well, a
Yeah, for
lot of people
sure.
don't understand how a ring is made. They're like, oh, it's got cushions and there's microphones underneath there to make it louder, blah blah blah. And I'm like, no, bro, it's like a frame to a bed. I said
Yep.
it's got a metal frame, it's got some wood, and if you're lucky, you got some pads from wrestling, like amateur wrestling pads on there, and that's it. They're like, that's
That's
it.
it.
I'm like, that's it. And
Yeah.
they're like, oh shit. And I was like, and then the ropes. Oh yeah, the ropes, man. They're just. I said, no, man. I said it depends. You either got the people that got the real rope, which is super tight,
Mhm.
or you have it's a basic cable like you have when they hold down the telephone poles. It's like that, and all they do is just wrap it over and over and over again with electrical tape. And I'm
Yep.
like,
Yep.
so you're actually hitting steel underneath there. So your ribs and your back gets bruised. And they're like, damn, for real? And I'm like, yeah. Well, what about the people that hit it real hard? I'm like, they hit them real hard. I was like, I'm telling you, man. And they're like, holy shit. Why do you do it? This is it's for the love of the sport, man. So
Exactly.
as as a Latina, how was it? Like, how did your family take it to when you were like, hey, this is what I want to do?
Oh, with family, they were actually proud. I was surprised because I know a lot of Latino households. It could be
Hmm.
something like, oh, it's a phase, or oh, she'll get over it, or something like that. But my family was 100% supportive, and I feel very grateful because just I've had a couple of shows, and my whole family's been very supportive, and I feel like this has like brought them closer as well because it's just their time to support me and get away from everything and just be entertained by the show that they're at. And they're
Yeah.
100% proud. And I'm just I'm doing this for them too. Like I want to make myself proud, but I want to make my family proud because we went through a lot. Like it was very hard, growing up. We didn't have much, but my parents always wanted better for me, better than what they had.
Yeah.
So I'm just happy to be doing this for myself and then for making them proud.
That's
Yeah,
what's
you
up.
said a lot.
That's
You said
good.
a lot there. Like, get away from everything and just enjoy this.
Yes.
And, like, that's what it's about. You
Yes.
know, it's not about sitting there and judging. Like, what's wrong with that guy? Why does he say that line so much? You know, that's what it's about. You know, get yourself out of what's going on and enjoy this. You know, different world.
Exactly.
Jump into it.
So your brother, the one that you watch wrestling with, how does he
Hmm.
feel about this?
Oh man, he's so excited too. That's another thing too. I did it for a lot of reasons. Growing up, I looked up to him. He was always in to sports, and I was a tomboy too. So I did a lot of sports growing up, and that's why I was always busy like with my time. And now I feel like I'm okay with wrestling because it is very time consuming, but I'm okay with that. But no, he's really proud. There's times where he'll even tell me like, hey, like this is a cool idea, like you should do this, like just the stuff that we grew up watching. So it's pretty cool to see him out there, supporting me as well.
That's how
Yeah,
I'd
'cause
be.
like a lot of my family, man, was on the fence, man. They thought it was a phase, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, this has been one of my childhood dreams. You know what I'm saying? People
Yes.
want to, when they ask them, what do you want to be? A firefighter, cop,
Hmm.
lawyer, president. I wanted to be a wrestler. They're like, what? And then of course I grew out of it. I grew out of it teenage years and ran the streets, this and that, whatever, whatever. But then as I got a little bit older and I came into some money, I started looking in the same thing. I started doing my research for wrestling schools, and the first one that I went to was down in Detroit, and it wasn't. They showed me the basics, but it wasn't the best school. But then I ended up meeting a homeboy at the gym, and we end up going, and he was already going there, so I start riding with him, and we start going to Dan Severn's down in Coldwater, Michigan, which is a hour and a half, 2 hour drive. So we would do that every Monday and Wednesday, and we fell in love with it, man. We just started doing our thing, man, and we were really blessed that we were able to learn and learn the psychology behind behind wrestling and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? Before, just like Coach Marvel, I know he's got you guys doing different exercises and different like different programs and stuff before you even step into the ring.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So
Well,
that's good. You know what I mean?
well, you know, like you said in the beginning with the first school, like you're saying, it wasn't all that. That's how it. That's how things used to be from the stories that you hear. Like,
Right.
you
Yeah.
know, with her, I can hear it in her when she says, you know, Marvel's the shit. They're
Yes.
treating her
Yes.
right. You know, they're training her correctly. They're actually caring about her, not just pay the month and
Hmm.
roll
Yep.
around.
It's not just about money.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Hmm.
So
Mm,
especially we talked to Marvel, and that's what he sounded like. Like
yeah,
he
fuck
really
yeah.
cares. You know, he's
Oh
got a
yeah.
passion for it, not just because he wants to be a wrestler or whatever, but for everyone else. You know, as a teacher.
Um,
Hmm.
I remember real quick. I got a story about how you guys were talking about the phase and everything when you, because I wanted to be a wrestler when I was growing up. My first application, it was at Del Taco, right? And on the part, and I just thought they wanted to
Oh,
know, right, where it says where do you want to work in. I put the
Hmm.
World Wrestling Federation.
Oh, that's awesome.
And my homie's all, bro, you can't be putting that shit. That sounds stupid. I was like, well, they wanted
no.
to know. You know what I'm saying?
I yelled at his ass. I was, "Are you fucking kidding me right now?
I was like, what the fuck?
That's
I'm just
fucking."
keeping it real.
Yeah.
they're not gonna hand it to Vince McMahon, fool. They're not gonna forward it
You never know.
You never know. Yeah.
But yeah, man,
I was like, "Why would you put that shit?"
it's just
It's
stupid.
crazy, man. So watching your footage, man, is just crazy. Like it says, um, you got mad ring skills, and I totally give you props off of that. Um, what is so far? How many matches have you had?
So far I've only had 10 matches, so I'm very new.
Really?
Hey, that's
Really?
cool. That's a lot.
That's the shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, for being as good as you are, 10 matches under your belt is really good, man. I mean,
Thank
seriously,
you.
like I'm not just blowing smoke, man. I watched the footage myself, and we're gonna be having some links of your footage um, in the comment section and in the description of after this episode, so people can go ahead and check that out on YouTube. You know what I mean? And go ahead, and if you hit that like button, man, hit that like button. Leave her a comment. Let her know what you think. You know what I'm saying? Um, who so far um, is like one of your favorite matches? I would say. I know you only got 10, but you got to have
Yes.
a favorite so far.
I definitely would say I had a match. It was back in December, December the 11th. It was at Mission Pro Wrestling. Uh, it was
Okay.
it was myself. I was tag. It was a intergender match. I was tagging with David Kidd against Key Vibes and Brandon Weiss. That was probably a really fun match. I had a lot of fun with that one.
And that's down in the valley, right? Mission.
No, they had it here in San Antonio. It was for Salvation Army during the
Oh, okay,
holidays.
okay, okay. That's cool.
Yeah,
That's
so
real cool.
so you're barely starting to like to learn your character and building it, right?
Yes, I'm still trying to figure that out.
That's awesome.
I
So what's your finisher? It's that running power slam?
I have a running power slam, and then there's another move I do. I haven't came up with a name with it yet, but I hit the ropes and then I do a handstand leg drop. So it's pretty unique, but I have to come up with a name with it. That's
Oh
another
shit, I like
finisher I
that.
have. Yeah.
But
Oh yeah, that's
but
Ho-
cool.
seriously
Mhm.
though, that
hopefully
power
I.
slam, that power slam is really good. I like the way you do it. Like you need to know that. Like
Thank you. I appreciate
there's
it.
something about the way you do it. Just keep doing it like that. It's good shit.
Thank you.
Maybe afterwards, whatever, we come up with a name and maybe she could use it.
Yeah, hell
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
That'd be
maybe,
cool.
or maybe if any of the fans, man, hit that comment button, and if you come up with some cool names, man, we'll definitely pass it
Yeah.
on to her.
Yeah, for
Or
sure.
the same thing, if you have any questions for her, definitely leave it in the comment section, and definitely she'll respond when she gets a chance, because she's a busy lady. Um, other than San Antonio, where else would you like to work? Like what is your dream? Is your dream to get into AEW or WWE or maybe Japan?
That's definitely the dream. Any of those companies, or just even to travel in general, I'm doing it a lot for, learning more about the business and then also having fun at the same time. Because, um, you know, in the future, I would actually enjoy being a trainer for women. That would be really cool to do as well. But yeah, any of
Yeah,
those companies would be the dream.
that's
So,
awesome. That's awesome.
so when you used to watch wrestling, did your attention go more towards the women or more towards the men, or it was just even down the middle?
Just kind of both. I enjoyed the men too. I would watch a lot of like Edge, Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero. Like those were other greats too that I would watch. For
And
women,
you and you found inspiration in them as well, as far as the
yes,
wrestling goes. Not like, I don't mean it in a character or whatever. I'm just talking like you'd watch their moves, you'd watch them hit those ropes, you'd watch them work, and you'd
right.
find inspiration in that.
Yes, I did. Or even like the psychology they had in the character as well. Just being who they are, and being proud of who they are. That really stood out to me too. Just the presence of the person that they would come out as. That really stood out to me too. But also the moves were really cool.
Because like
Awesome.
to me in the world of MMA, and it happened to me in the world of pro wrestling at the same time, right? Um, Women have made this change to them where they're not out there getting comfortable. They're out there pushing harder and actually,
Mhm.
hitting hard to put themselves out there. Where men were kind of already over. So, like in MMA, they were fighting a little safer, while yet the women were giving these amazing fights. In pro wrestling, the men were already over, but yet all of a sudden everything changes, and all of a sudden we're looking at women as real wrestlers, which is, man, I think I enjoy the women right now way more than the guys, and that's
Yeah,
been for a while now. Like
that's
when I
awesome.
hear Charlotte's theme song, I cheer. When I hear whatever Becky Lynch, whoever for many. I just think it's been so much better, but that's because they're going out there and they're actually wrestling. They're giving it.
Yes.
They're giving it their all. I enjoyed the women's rumble more than the men's this year and last year and the year before that.
Yeah.
A
You know
hundred
what I mean?
percent. Fuck
Like
yeah.
like is that? Do you see that in them, or how do you see that? How do you view that?
I do, yes. It's definitely changed. I feel like they've broken down a lot of barriers from the time then to now. It's pretty crazy, but yeah, I've been very attached to women's wrestling. Now we even had the opportunity at Hybrid, Becky Lynch and Bailey. I got to train in the same ring as them, so that was
Oh
pretty awesome
shit,
too.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
that is awesome. How was that? How?
It was really cool. And Marvel was showing Moose to Sasha. I believe it was SummerSlam that before she was getting ready to have a match with Bianca. And he was
Uh-huh.
showing her
Oh
a couple
damn,
of things. It was really cool to see, just sharing the ring with her was amazing.
damn, and Bailey too.
Yeah, and Bailey, she was awesome as
How
well.
is? Yeah, Bailey looks like she seems like she's a real cool person. Damn, that's awesome. That's
Mhm.
cool.
So what's it like wrestling in front of the little girls coming up to you and I mean they're looking up to you. You know what I'm saying? Like how's it feel to have that fan base like that? To where they're looking up to you as a strong Latina. You know what I mean? That has overcome a lot and it's still on there and grinding and doing your deal and still wrestling and everything. How does that feel?
Ah, that makes me feel so grateful. I know when I had like little girls come up to me, I can't even explain it. It gets me emotional because it's like I kind of see myself in them, like when I looked up to wrestlers.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
But like I do this for that reason. Like if I know I could make a child or anybody proud, like I know my day's made. Like that's all I really care for. It's just having everybody else enjoy and see who I am. And just seeing like you could be strong, you could be powerful, but you could also be feminine. You could go out there and just show who you are, be yourself. And it makes me proud to see like little girls or anybody come up to me and be happy to support me. Like that means a lot. It really means the world to me.
that's awesome.
Hey, so I seen a
Ash,
picture of
you got a
you
question?
doing the Laura Croft, the Tomb Raider, right?
Yes.
That was awesome. I like that. Is that something you're gonna use, or why'd you do that?
So we're trying to like see what my character is. I am a big Laura Croft fan. I'm
It's
a huge
badass. That's why.
fan. Yeah, for sure.
No, no,
I'm
it's because I got some suggestions, like an idea, real quick, that I think would be
Oh,
fresh,
okay.
and
Yeah.
and I don't think I've ever seen it, but I think you should try to come up with like a ring attire
Hmm.
and like do different ones that like kind of look like Selena stuff, like what Selena
Oh,
wore.
that's a good idea. Yes. And you know what's so funny? Marvel would tell me that I kind of resemble her. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that's why I said that.
Yeah.
Like
Thank
it don't
You
have
you.
know
to.
what?
What's up?
That wouldn't be that bad, man. Some
Yeah,
some ring gear looking like what she used to wear. That'd be kind of dope,
yeah,
man.
kind of how how
Ooh,
Sasha
True.
Banks does the Eddie Guerrero stuff. It's
Yeah, with
it's
the
not
flames.
exactly, but it's
Uh-huh.
something. It's got that Selena flavor. That'd be cool.
That would be cool. Hey,
Yeah,
give me ideas.
yeah. I hope you do it. I
There
want to
you
see that.
go.
Thank you.
Cool.
So in
So
inside
go ahead.
inside the ring, what is like once you got in there? I mean, this is after training. Training whoops your ass. Beats the shit out of you, and whatever. You're sore, you're hurt, whatever. Once you really got in there to throw some real work in, what was the thing you fell in love at that moment of that, rather than just being a spectator and watching it?
Oh man, I would say like chaining. I actually enjoy chaining.
Yeah.
Just doing that, creating a storyline. Like I feel like that's so important with wrestling because you don't really see much of it. Like everyone does cool moves, and that's cool and all, but I feel like what's really important is storyline. Like creating a story. Showing people
Yeah.
what's going on, like why are you guys fighting, like the psychology of the match. Like I feel like that's so important. That's kind of what made me like really fall in love with it again because it's all about emotion. Like you got to get the people to feel what you're doing inside the ring.
definitely, man, and that's something hard to do. You know what I mean? Some people don't. It just doesn't click with them. You know what I'm saying? It just they. Some people just don't understand it. They're just spot after spot after spot after spot, move after move. You know what I mean? And it's just like you forget about the crowd. You forget what you're doing. Tell a story. Why are you doing this move? Why are you? You know what I'm saying? Why are you this
Right.
way? You know what I'm saying? And that's psychology, and that goes back to the coach. You know what I
Mm,
mean? A lot is your trainer because you should be trained that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
right.
And definitely, man.
I
I give
got
you props for that.
I got the story I want to share that I've almost told everyone that I've ever met. In the beginning, like with The Rock, I did not like The Rock. I I hated The Rock. To me, he ruined wrestling because
Now, which
we went.
which Rock you talking about? You talking Rocky Maivia or The
Yep,
Rock?
we're talking
Okay.
Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. To me, I
Oh.
grew I grew up watching the guys before that were full of gimmick and everyone was their own little person, right? And then all of a sudden we
Uh-huh.
got introduced to like Stone Cold and The Rock, and
Mhm.
all they would do was like, to me, their ring work was a little lower than everyone else behind them, like compared to Bret
What?
Hart or Shawn. And all they did was get on the mic and they dressed the same, they looked the same, and to me, I was like, man, I'm not a fan. All right. So
Mhm.
back to the emotion part, right? I finally get a chance to go watch WWE live or WWF, right? When The Rock came out, holy shit, it was like an experience. And all this guy did was come out, his song hit, it was booming through the arena. He comes out, he does his rock thing, raises the eyebrow, gets on the turnbuckle, raises. And after that, I was like, I get it. I understand why The Rock is the man. And it
Yeah.
was all just that entrance, that's I call it the act of it, the emotion of it. So now when I see
Yes.
The Rock come out, I feel it every time, and it puts me back to that arena when I was there watching him live.
That's awesome.
You know what I
So
mean?
basically,
So
what you're saying was you were a hater in the beginning. La chinga. You
don't
were a hater.
don't
Just
don't
admit it.
don't, don't throw it out there that hard.
No, no.
Hey, you're the one that said I hated it.
No, I did. And Ash
Come
was
on.
like, "What are you talking about? He's awesome." And I was like, "No, he's
See,
not."
they,
I was like, "Fuck the
Ash knew
eyebrow."
what was up. Ash knew what was
But
up.
but I was a fan since Rocky Maivia though, bro. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Since
Oh,
'97.
see, I can't say that.
Yeah.
Rocky Maivia, yeesh,
I
yeesh.
I had the Tony
But
shit.
once he started getting away from that, I mean, just the whole evolution of him. You know what I'm saying? From when he started leaving that little gimmick alone, changed his haircut up and stuff like that. So, I mean, characters evolve. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Just like Stone Cold. Look at Stunning Steve Austin in WCW, and he was still doing his thing. Hollywood Blondes, but like the Stone Cold, stunner is the shit. Yeah, of course. But I like the stun gun. I love when he did the stun gun. And everybody's like, damn, I don't know what you're talking about. I said, because you got to go back and watch some of his old shit. And that boy could wrestle. It's just he never had the right gimmick in WCW for them to give him a push. So they
Mhm.
blew him off, and then that's when he went to ECW.
Hmm.
And of course, if you ever watch any ECW or um, I think it's on Beyond the Mat, and they talked a little bit about it and stuff. And he cut that promo being Dusty Rhodes and everything.
Yeah,
And so,
the Hogan
you
and
know what I
shit.
mean? That was nuts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But
But
it was
but
crazy.
I
It's
mean,
just an evolution.
I mean, like to what she's saying, that's badass that she's saying that because when I go to independent wrestling shows and whatever, I think that's what everyone is missing. What she's trying to work on the most.
Yeah,
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
definitely.
Like,
Yeah,
I think that's awesome that she's got her mind there and that's what she's thinking about instead of just
yeah, no,
wrestling. You know
yeah,
what I'm. So that's
Yeah,
awesome that you're
absolutely.
doing that.
yeah, like 10 steps ahead, man. That's
Yep.
great. I'm waiting on Ash to ask the question that he always asks.
What is that?
And
You put me on the spot,
what,
bro.
what
Oh,
Pause.
blood in, blood out, bro. Blood in, blood out.
Dude,
The
why am
blood
I
in, blood out
lost?
question. The blood in, blood out question, bro.
Oh, just
oh, I thought you.
How you always ask most of the guests, look, I know you watched this movie before, Blood in, Blood Out.
okay. All right. So,
Which was your favorite? There you go.
all right, my
Now he
bad, dude.
remembers.
I thought you were trying to say something about a gimmick. That's why I was like, what the fuck? Where's he going with this?
Oh no no
All
no
right, all
no
right, all
no
right.
no no
No, yeah,
no.
yeah. Like growing up, did you ever watch Blood and Blood Out? I'm sure you did.
I did, yes.
I shouldn't even ask that shit no more. I should be like, how many
Yeah.
times have you watched Blood and Blood Out?
Well, there you go.
You know what I'm
This is
saying?
your first time.
Yeah,
How many times?
yeah.
How many
So
times have you watched it?
Oh man, it's been a couple. The ending's sad.
yeah, hell yeah. No,
Yeah,
that's
see.
it's a must.
Okay, here we go. Now we're putting you on the spot. Top 5 favorite movies from Miss. And how do you say it again? I don't want to say it wrong.
Miss
Michel.
Michel.
Michel. Miss Michel's top 5 movies. Go.
Gosh, that's so hard. Let's see. I enjoy a lot of like Adam Sandler movies, so
Oh,
Big
yeah, that
Daddy's one of
counts.
them.
Big Daddy. Yup. Yup.
Yeah, Pulp Fiction,
Nice.
uh,
Yes.
The Professional.
Yes.
Trying to think of some other movies. Golly, I can't think.
If hey,
Selena.
if you don't say Dumb and
Selena.
Dumber, I'm gonna
Yeah.
be offended.
Dumb and Dumber. No, no.
How you gonna go from Selena to Dumb and Dumber, boy? What's wrong with you?
Yo, come on.
What's wrong with you, man?
What's funnier than Dumb and Dumber?
I would
There's a lot of
have
Adam
like,
Sandler movies.
like No Holds Barred, Mr. Nanny.
Yes.
Mr. Nanny.
Yeah, that's fucking trash.
Oh my God. I'm crazy, man.
I'll name everything Hogan was in. Those are my top
Exactly.
Rocky.
Yeah,
Rocky,
Rocky,
yeah.
Rocky 3.
Rocky 3, Thunder Lips.
Yeah,
Yeah, Thunder Lips.
but you got any matches coming up? By any chance?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, I do. I have one coming up on March the 12th.
All right.
It's going to be our next hybrid show. We're also traveling to Dallas for WrestleMania weekend.
Oh shit.
Hybrid's going to have a show over there as well on April the 2nd. So those are some upcoming matches that I'll be having and being a part of.
In Dallas, you're gonna
That's
have a match in Dallas.
awesome.
Yes. Uh-huh.
I might try to make it because I'm only like 2.5 hours away from there.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, you
Yeah.
should come out.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll try to go meet Marvel and all that good shit. That'd be cool. And you, of course.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, hell yeah, that'd be cool. Cause we
Yeah, because I know he got a table. Yeah, Marvel was talking about that he got a table for the school that he's gonna set up. But for you guys to have a show during that's badass. That's
Yeah.
real cool.
hell yeah.
Yeah, for
But
sure. It's gonna be exciting.
yes, cause I want to see him. Cause Manny had pointed out something that he's got a little beef with Marvel.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't. No, but you guys pointed it out.
No, you
I,
said that
like
shit.
said, I said I had mad respect for the man.
Oh, okay.
He was my boy, this and that. And then Ash is gonna bust out with, "Hey Marvel, I got a question. Who do you think would win between you and Alcatraz?" And I'm like, "Dang, out, bro." And then he was like, "Well, which Alcatraz? The Alcatraz now, or the Alcatraz a couple years ago?"
Oh.
And I was like, of course, the one a couple years ago, the one that was able to wrestle, cabrón. Not the one now. Shit, I'd just be like, take it home. It's a wrap. Take it home. I'm blown up from walking to the ring. Oh man. So these guys always stirring the pot, girl. Always stirring the pot.
No, it's because he's lying. He's lying. Michel, he's lying. This is what he said. He's I'm gonna tell her to tell Chris Marvel that we're still waiting on them damn shirts and that I want my match.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Straight
He
up.
cut a
Well,
promo on us and everything.
I did say that. I said, "Hey man," I says, when she gets on the phone, man, I says, we got to tell her. I says, we got to have her ask Chris Marvel. I says, "Where's our T-shirts?" Because he said he was gonna send us some hybrid T-shirts, and I was like, "We ain't got them yet." And then I was
Oh.
like, then they were clowning me. They were like, well, they might not have the material for you. I was like, because I need a 5X, bro.
No.
Yeah.
I only need a 5X. I'm a big dude, man. I'm 6'2", 360 right now, man.
Shit.
I don't fit into a medium like Ash.
I actually do, but fuck it. You know what I mean?
I know
When
you
I
do. I know you do.
when I hit you up and I was like, hey, what size of shirt you wear? And you told me, I called Ash right away. Like, is D for real? Like,
Hell yeah.
holy shit.
I'm a big dude, man. My bad. I need a man size. Chingado.
Hell yeah. So
I
so
I wear extra small.
no, so you're gonna be at WrestleMania
Oh,
then?
Yes, yes, I'll be there.
I wonder if you're
that's
gonna be able to get in the
awesome,
back or
man.
anything like that. Have you ever done that?
No, I haven't done that. This will be my first time, so I'm pretty excited about
But
that.
you never know though. You never know because I know they used Marvel a couple times, like security and stuff like that. So shit, you never know, man. They might need something for the ladies match. You know what I
True.
mean? You
Yeah.
never always keep their fingers crossed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anything can happen at any time. Look at us. I wasn't sure you were going to be able to make the interview, man, and I'm glad you did. I'm just like, wow, thank you so much. You know what I'm saying? Because I know you're busy and I know you got a lot of things going on. And your brother never got into wrestling as
No,
far as like
unfortunately
trying to
not.
train.
Yeah, I was gonna ask that too.
No. No, he didn't. No, he just, went a different way, but he lives
Huh?
through me because I'm doing all that.
Right. Um.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
that kicks ass as well, though.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, man. You guys ready to take this home?
Okay.
You got anything you want to say, Michelle, to your fans and or to the listeners and all that good stuff?
Her, her name is Michel.
Um,
Michelle.
I know, I know that this like the talk was supposed to be more like being Latina in the business. I guess I just want to add, what it means to me, like being like a
Yes.
Latina in the business. Uh, for me, it really means having courage and resilience, breaking the stereotypes. Means diversity and
Awesome.
strength, and opening the doors for those behind you, and just just embracing who you are and remembering where you came from. That's really what it's all
Definitely.
about. I just want to throw that out there, and to my supporters too. Even being Latina got me an opportunity. I'm going to be working for a company pretty soon. I'm not allowed to publicly say it, but it's
Yeah.
got me the
Oh,
opportunity
shit.
that I'm excited for for
That's
this
fucking
year. So
awesome.
Ooh.
yeah,
I
just
hope you
wanted
could
to
tell us
share
off
that.
the air.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right. All right.
Don't tell them none.
Oh shit.
They haven't signed anything. Don't say nothing.
Who gives a shit?
Exactly. So, how can fans like check out some of your matches, or do you have any merchandise available that you have, for sale?
Right now, I'm working on some merchandise. I'll have some
Okay.
Marvel merchandise soon, but I do have 8x10s that I'll have signed and ready to give out. But you could follow me on my
Awesome.
social media. I have Instagram. It's ms underscore Michel, Miss Michelle. And then you could follow Hybrid on YouTube. It's Hybrid School of Wrestling. Check me out and some of the other great talent that we have as well. You could follow our Instagram page as well to see all the cool stuff. Keep up with our shows and for Hybrid for WrestleMania weekend too. But yeah, you could follow me on Instagram. I have Instagram right now, but definitely working on some merch I'll have out soon as well.
Awesome. Hell yeah.
Awesome, awesome. So check it out, ladies and gentlemen. If anybody's got any questions, we're definitely gonna, as we always do, we're gonna put her information in the comment section, um, underneath there. If you have any questions for this young lady, definitely leave them, and she'll answer them as best as she can when this comes out. You know what I mean? Definitely check out her matches on YouTube. You'll be very surprised, and you'll see exactly what we're talking about, what Ash was talking about that, that power slam and everything.
Beautiful power slam.
And then if you'd like it, definitely hit that like button. hit that subscribe button and leave her a comment. And I guarantee you, when she gets some time, she'll definitely respond to your comments. KFT, what you got, brother?
I just got to say that we'll be hitting her back up after her WrestleMania experience.
Oh, definitely. I want
Got
to
to
know
say
about
about
that.
that, you
Definitely.
know.
Yeah.
She's welcome to come back if she wants to. We love that.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, seriously.
And that's awesome.
Awesome.
Well, you got a fan here in me already, and I hope we see some of that Selena shit going. That'd be fresh.
Of course. Absolutely.
All right. All right, guys. Well, give a thumbs up if you know what's up, and give a thumbs down if you're down. Peace.
Talk is a shit!